Was I shocked
Yeah.
when Jay said the line in Picasso Baby? Yes, because we've talked about that. We have a history that supersedes music.
But she did say that he would pick her up from high school to take her to the studio when the
But let me say
Ain't
this,
No
though.
record came
I don't
out.
know if you know. I don't know where you was at back in the 80s or the early 90s, Vlad. But my neighborhood, every girl that's bad, that's 16 and 15, 17, had old head.
All right, y'all, let's dive straight into the tea, because Foxy Brown is out here spilling like it's 1996 again. Word on the streets is sis just revealed some major dirt on how Jay-Z used her to climb that fame ladder. Yeah, we're talking about the blueprint before the blueprint, using connections, influence, and a whole lot of game to level up in the industry. Y'all know this story got layers, so grab your popcorn, sit tight, and let's break it all the way down. All right, peep this. Rumor on the block is Jay-Z was messing with Foxy Brown when she was underage. Then, when she started making moves on her own, homie allegedly blackballed her from the game. Now they're saying he's out here paying her hush money to keep her from spilling the whole tea. Like, how does a boss like Foxy, who was rolling with Jay and dropping bangers, just disappear? Jay, bro, you gotta answer some questions.
If he was doing ill like that, he was more quiet about it. You know what I mean? He was more, but then, if we be real with ourselves, it was kind of abnormal when he got with Beyonce. Like, she was pretty young when he got with her. There's rumors that he was messing with Foxy Brown when she was pretty young.
Don't forget, Foxy and Jay were like this in the 90s, always putting out heat together. Hub even wrote for her debut album. And don't get me started on that classic collab, Ain't No and Knock. That track was straight fire. It even made it onto the Nutty Professor soundtrack in 96. But peep the timeline, the song was recorded back in 94, and Foxy was only 15 at the time. Now, why is a 15-year-old spitting lyrics like, ain't no ninja like the one I got, no one can F you better? Huff, what's really good? Then there's Il Nana, where Jay co-wrote the line, straight cash got bloodhounds trying to hunt down the brown fox. I see you with the bars, but this is looking real sketch, fam. And we ain't even gonna get into the other graphic tracks Foxy was recording at just 15 or 16, the energy, not it. Now this is where it starts getting wild. For years, folks been saying Jay allegedly took Foxy's virginity when she was 15, was bankrolling her shopping trips, and covering her hair and nails while she was still in high school. Oh, and the word on the street is that he gave her an STD. Then when she wasn't under his control anymore, they say he blacklisted her. But hold up, it don't stop there. Now apparently there's a tape floating around of Foxy Brown, Jay-Z, and guess who? Jamie Foxx. And the whisper's wild. They say the three of them were caught up in a threesome situation. But wait, it gets even messier. Word on the block is that after this whole thing went down, Jay allegedly hit Foxy with a bunch of gag orders to keep her mouth shut. And get this, the tape mysteriously disappeared from her crib shortly after. Like, the math ain't mathin', y'all. Oh, and the drama don't stop. Apparently Foxy was out here calling Beyonce a halitosis infected heifer. But when this all hit the blogs, Foxy came out swinging. She told TMZ that the whole story was straight up cap, saying, the atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Annie and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. So Foxy came through and made it clear she's never dealt with anything this disgusting and disrespectful in her whole career. She shut down that whole narrative, calling it fake news, saying there's no proof, no audio, no video, no receipts, just some straight up malicious nonsense. But here's the thing, the whispers about Jay-Z and Foxy have been buzzing for years. People who were there in the 90s keep talking about what really went down. Even Nick Cannon tried to get the lowdown when he had a sit down with Dame Dash. He asked Dame how old Foxy was when she signed with Jay. Dame wasn't trying to get into that though. He hit Nick with a, I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown, like he wasn't even finna touch that. Nick kept pushing, saying he thought Foxy was 16 when she signed, and Dame snapped back, say what's on your mind. The vibe, real sketch, real hush hush, and y'all know the streets are still talking.
Was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
Yeah, but that's.
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you did.
putting
I'm
me in
just
that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody. I don't know
You the
nothing about
boss.
that. I wasn't. Oh, now I'm the boss.
I've always given you the credit as a
What I'm
boss.
saying is, bro, I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
There's even a person online who claimed they went to school with Foxy, and they said Jay-Z used to pull up to Westinghouse night classes to scoop her. Like, imagine being in class and boom, there's Jay just chilling, waiting for Foxy. But it don't stop there. Apparently Biggie was also picking her up, but the vibe with him was all platonic. With Jay though, everybody knew they were a thing. It wasn't no secret.
Guess Foxy album should be coming up soon. Work with Yeah. Yeah. It's that male female, you know what I mean, point of view though. You just that our point of view is so strong that it has to be, it can't be ignored, you know what I mean? It's like an ordinary point of view. It's like very controversial.
And if that's not enough, let's talk receipts. Nas straight up called Jay out on Ether. Remember that line? Foxy got you hot cause you kept your face in her. Yup, Nas didn't hold back. He was dropping some serious tea about Jay and Foxy. So even though Foxy downplays their relationship, it's hard to ignore all these claims. Like, how are so many people saying the same thing? Now let's talk about her career. Foxy was mad talented and had Jay in her corner. So why did her career just flop like that? If they were still tight, you'd think Jay would have been the one to keep her on top, right? But nah, people are out here saying once Jay was done with Foxy, he let her fall off just like that. At first, everyone blamed Lil' Kim for messing up Foxy's career because of their beef. Y'all know their history was messy AF. But now, people looking at Jay sideways, wondering if he just left her hanging after whatever went down between them. It's giving very Usin discard vibes, and honestly, the streets are still asking questions. It's really looking like Jay-Z might have played a huge part in Foxy's downfall. Like, is he out here paying her to keep quiet and stick to the story that they were never a thing? Cause let's be real, her career didn't just fade, it crashed and burned. Now let's take a stroll down Foxy's chaotic timeline. At just 17, sis was already in trouble, catching a 30-day suspended sentence and 80 hours of community service after going off on 2 hotel workers. And it didn't stop there. Fast forward to 2000, and she was out here crashing her Range Rover in Brooklyn while driving with a suspended license. Then in 2002, Foxy got arrested in Jamaica after beefing with a policewoman at the airport. And guess what? She straight up ghosted her court date. By 2004, things got even wilder when she attacked 2 NYC manicurists over a $20 bill. Like, Foxy, girl, what is you doing? She refused to plea bargain and ended up with 3 years probation and anger management classes. Oh, and when she showed up to court, she had the audacity to stick her tongue out at the judge, got handcuffed to a bench, and even hit a court officer. She really didn't apologize until they threatened her with 30 days in jail for contempt. But wait, this is where things get even messier. Let's not forget Jay-Z's buddy-buddy relationship with R. Kelly. Nas wasn't afraid to spill some tea on that during a radio interview with Wendy Williams. He basically suggested Jay knew what R. Kelly was doing with underage girls, but stayed quiet. Nas said, "You can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come to the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap." So now people are asking, was Jay silent because he was involved in similar shady behavior? And when Foxy stopped being controllable, did he just blacklist her and let her fend for herself? It's giving major red flags, and the streets are definitely side-eyeing Jay heavy right now. But recently, with Jay-Z's name being involved in some legal paperwork, Foxy decided to speak up once more. So just one day after those shocking allegations dropped about Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly assaulting a 13-year-old girl at an MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, Foxy Brown decided to get cryptic on Instagram. And when I say cryptic, I mean it's giving read between the lines energy.
Rap music mogul Jay-Z revealed as an accused rapist in a civil lawsuit initially filed against Sean Diddy Combs. The two stars now accused of a 13-year-old girl at an after party decades ago.
She posted stories with phrases like "wait" with a shocked emoji, followed by a cold face emoji, and wow. But here's the kicker. Her final post said, "Hugging my stories, Wendy would never," with a crown emoji. Like, girl, what does it all mean? Fans are convinced these posts are her subtle response to the allegations, especially given her complicated history with Jay-Z. Let's be real, the timing of her post right after these allegations dropped is suspicious at best. Fans think she's trying to say something without actually saying it, maybe because of loyalty, fear of backlash, or something bigger behind the scenes. One person said that it makes no sense for Jay to keep getting away with this. They wrote, "And the cancel culture gives Camel a pass because he's Beyonce's husband, but crucifies and cancels R. Kelly though. The selective outrage in this society is so sickening." And another person said, "Where there's smoke, there's fire. That was my girl and she just disappeared. It was nice to see a dark-skinned sister doing her thing, not trying to be white. Miss you, Foxy." Whatever the case may be, one thing we do know is that Diddy is sitting in a Brooklyn detention center facing serious charges for sex trafficking and racketeering. He's denied everything, pleading not guilty, but the streets are definitely watching how this plays out. So what's the tea with Foxy? Is she throwing shade because Jay used her for fame, or just sharing her thoughts with no hidden meaning? Let us know what you think in the comment section.